Hey there, I'm Sunday Eli of Honey Brand Marketing, and today we are coming to you with another video. Today's video, we're going to talk about what social media platform is best for you, for your business. All right, we're going to talk about Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. Starting with Facebook. Facebook is great for clubs and for community. Facebook was started with that intention to stay connected to people, and it's still really good for that resource. So I've seen businesses that are B2C, so you work directly with the consumer, with the customer, and they utilize Facebook groups still to this day. Multi seven figure businesses still utilize Facebook groups to connect with their tribe, to connect with their audience. All right. Of course, you can also do that in an app, or there's other platforms you can do that on, and we'll talk about that next. Instagram. I like to think of Instagram as a catch all, to be honest. Instagram can do so many different things, and it's really flexible for many different purposes. It's flexible as a lookbook. We have to think about how it was originally designed. And originally, when Instagram was designed, it was because Facebook was more kind of text heavy based and community based. And so Instagram just kind of cut out all that text, gave you the short captions, and was about images and pictures and kind of a lookbook kind of style. And so Instagram is still really good for that. So when people are looking for something, when they're researching something, and now with Instagram having video, of course, now you can research it via video and look at a bunch of pictures of things. So Instagram is still kind of that heavy, like lookbook, but because of all the ways that Instagram has evolved with threads, which kind of mimics what Twitter once was, now X, and also being able to now have communities on Instagram, you can have chats where you can actually directly message a group of people, especially if you're over a certain amount of followers. And so Instagram has now kind of more, you can shop on Instagram now, right? You can do ads, Facebook and Instagram ads. So it sort of has become kind of a catch all for a lot of different things. So depending on the business that you're in, you may not be so interested in the community piece of being able to chat with people and go back and forth and have in depth conversations like you can on Facebook, but you may want to have, the type of lookbook, more so interactions where people need to look at your food. For example, if you're a restaurant, or people want to get a vibe of what it's like to work with you and they want to see more of your personality, or maybe you're an actor or an actress, or you're a hairstylist, for example, and people want to take a look at your actual work. Instagram is still that really great place for that portfolio for people to experience what it's like to collaborate with you, support you in your business. All right. Next, we're going to get into TikTok. I like to think of TikTok, it's very similar to the other two platforms that I mentioned, most similar to Instagram. But what is great about TikTok is still really about entertainment. People like to go on TikTok to laugh, to be entertained. And then now we have TikTok Shop. And so, TikTok, one of the instances or one of the differences between Instagram is a slight difference between Instagram and TikTok. But with the new algorithm changes, January 1, Instagram and TikTok is a little bit more similar than it was different. But if you think about it, TikTok is really less about um, like chatting with one another, even though you're still able to leave comments. But TikTok is more about interacting with people and kind of just scrolling and looking at something, kind of like that quick fashion. I looked at it, I heard somebody talk about something, that I bought it, it's going to show up in my house in 2 days. Like, TikTok kind of cuts out a lot of the conversational pieces and a lot of the nuances that Instagram still has, because Instagram is a baby of Facebook. So it came out of that community and conversation, but focusing more on images. TikTok is going to be focusing more on entertainment, kind of quick storytelling, and connecting with people really kind of out of an entertainment basis. And so, if that kind of fits your brand, maybe you are a baker and you have a bakery, and you want to show people behind the scenes with video. Maybe you want to show people some entertaining things and kind of show more of your personality as a brand, not just that you design beautiful cakes. TikTok is a really great place to still drive that entertainment. Now, entertainment doesn't have to be just dancing and making people laugh. Entertainment can be helping someone relax, helping a person feel calm. Entertainment can be giving someone a look into an aesthetic or a vibe. You get the picture? So I still like to think of TikTok as that entertaining place. Okay. You can get information there, you can shop there, but I like to think of it rooted in entertainment. Next, we have YouTube. YouTube for me is a place of entertainment, but it's a place of learning. YouTube is really great for the businesses out there that want to take a little bit more time with people. You want to build relationship with people. You want to entertain people, but you really want to build that long form relationship with them where they can kind of get to know you, get to know your brand, get to know your energy, or even potentially learn something from watching your videos. YouTube's going to be great for that. Pinterest is often one that people overlook. But if you like, I like to think of Pinterest like a library, a place where people come, they stroll in the library, there or a bookstore. And that type of person that's even drawn into that kind of place is a different kind of shopper. They are comfortable taking their time, they're curating, they're looking for something specific, and then they're going to pick up what they want and store it. Okay, just like knowledge from a book, right? They pick up something, they learn something, they store it in their brain, they pull it out later. Pinterest is a really great place for people who are looking to curate something, create something, build a vision board, design. They have a long term goal or even like a short term goal, but they're planning for something, whether that's outfits for a concert and they happen to learn about your fashion brand that they didn't know about before because they saw a picture of something that they like and they saved, right? Or you're a hairstylist and someone's kind of figuring out what their next hairstyle is going to be or what their next color is going to be if they're going to dye their hair. Or you can be an interior designer or an architect and someone likes the way that you designed a house or a room or a garden. So Pinterest is really great for people, static. They have video as well, but it's really great for people who are looking to kind of engage an audience that is looking to kind of build out an image or curate something. That's the best word I can think of. Think of library, think of taking your time as you're shopping, curating something. They're looking for something specific. And so if your business is like that, maybe you're in the business of um, interior design, or you're a hairstylist, or you're a nail tech, Pinterest might be a platform that's more successful for you than TikTok. You know what I mean? You don't need to be on all the platforms. You need to be on the platforms that make sense for your business. Next, we are going to talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one that I use heavy, and LinkedIn is really great for B2B brands if you're a business trying to target other businesses, but it's also really great for B2C brands if your clientele is a professional, a business person, a leader, someone in more of the business environment. Then LinkedIn is going to be really, really great for you. For example, you're an executive coach and your ideal client is a leader or a C suite executive leader of a business, then LinkedIn is going to be that platform for you. It's not that those kinds of leaders and business professionals aren't on TikTok or that they're not on Instagram, but they're on Instagram and TikTok for a different purpose. They're not on Instagram and TikTok for, that type of business edification that they might be on LinkedIn for, or that they're definitely on LinkedIn for. So that's just something to think about. So again, we talked about today Facebook, Instagram, we talked about TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. I hope that that's helpful for you with your B2C business. Find the platforms that work for you. For example, I'm going to end with this Lush Cosmetics, which is one of my favorite brands. I just love so many of their products. They have an Instagram and a TikTok placeholder account so that their name is secured, their handle is secured, but they don't actually have content on those platforms. And it's a part of their business strategy. They want people to get out and to connect with them in real time in the store. And they continue that thread in their messaging to their audience. Thank you so much for visiting Lush Cosmetics, or, thank you for visiting our page. We encourage you to go out there, take a bath, and make some bubbles. I'm making that up. But they just want to encourage people to connect with people in real time. And I think that that is such a beautiful, they don't have to do that in their business, but they're still a thriving business without actually playing on those platforms. Now, it might make sense for them to be on other platforms. I don't know. They might not be on any social platforms. I haven't checked all the platforms to see. But one of their business pillars is really connecting with people in real time. And so that is something that they continue on social. When I learned that about their business, it made me want to support them even more. So you don't have to be on any social media platform to have a successful business. And you don't have to be on, certainly don't have to be on all the social platforms to have a successful business. You have to have a very clear understanding of your brand and your brand pillars and purpose. And if you choose not to play in those platforms, have a why and let that why be a part of your business plan and strategy and a part of your marketing. Let people know, and people will support you because they will resonate with that same ideology and they'll bring their business to you. All right. That's all I have for this video, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.